You ready to record a video? It's gonna be a long one. Hey there, best buddies, welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Ray, and today is clearly a very long video because I'm going over my whole Blu-ray collection. And Foxy's gonna chill here too. So I'm not gonna go in detail about every movie that I have because there's a lot of them. I've spent a lot of money, but I'm just gonna list them all. If there's something I do want to say about one of them, I'll say it. But other than that, let's just, get into this because this is gonna be a long one. This is gonna be a long video. A Monster Calls. I haven't watched this since I bought it because I only saw it in theaters once, but I loved the movie. But it made me absolutely break down in tears when I saw it in theaters. So I'm not ready to watch that again. Ad Astra. I love Brad Pitt in space. This is such a good movie. Alita Battle Angel. The Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, wait, am I covering the mic when I say stuff? The Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 2. American Made. American Psycho, the uncut version. I haven't seen either version, so I have to watch that at some point. Ant-Man. Apollo 13. I love that movie. It was so good. Aquaman. I like the DCEU. I like Aquaman. Armageddon. I absolutely love this movie. It's cheesy and pure Michael Bay, but it's still so great. Arrival. Thanks for bringing this one back to me, Dan. Assassin's Creed. The movie. Not a great video game movie, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't like it just because it's Assassin's Creed. Because I do like it, because it's Assassin's Creed. I think Michael Fassbender's pretty good in it. But yeah, not a great movie. I didn't realize I had this on 4K. Alright then. Alright. Then we have Avengers. Age of Ultron. We have Infinity War. And we got Endgame, which I still have to watch Endgame on Blu-ray. So, put that to the side. Baby Driver. Still a phenomenal movie, even though Kevin Spacey's in it. Bad Boys. It's okay. Bad Boys 2. I absolutely love this movie. Basketball. Just a dumb comedy, but I love it because it's from Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Batman, 1989. First movie I ever remember actually watching. So that's cool. Batman Beyond. The animated movie. Batman Dark Knight Returns Deluxe Edition. Right? Yeah. I remember really liking this movie, and then I rewatched it, and I'm like, it's just kind of okay. Batman Ninja. Pretty cool movie. I liked it. Batman vs. Robin. Batman vs. Superman. Ultimate Cut. I don't care what anyone says. I love this movie. It's super good. Behind Enemy Lines. Big Hero 6. Black Panther. Blade Runner 2049. Still haven't watched the original. Still haven't watched this one. That goes there. Blinded by the Light. The Blomkamp trilogy. The Blomkamp trilogy, which is Chappie, District 9, and Elysium. I really liked Elysium. I like District 9. I didn't really care for Chappie. But yeah, I don't know. He just doesn't do it for me, I guess. Boruto, the Naruto movie. Yeah. It's pretty good. I like this. I like Naruto. What are you looking at, Fox? Way over yonder. Bohemian Rhapsody. Brightburn. Bumblebee. Cabin in the Woods. I absolutely love this movie. It's so good. All three Captain Americas. God, this is a mess. This is such a mess. There's too many movies. I have too many movies. Captain Phillips. I think we're done with the Captain movies. Casino Royale, or in my opinion, the best James Bond movie. Castaway. I haven't seen it yet in its entirety. There's a lot of movies I have that I just haven't seen, but like you understand from like cultural zeitgeist that you kind of have seen the movie. So it's like I know most of this movie, I just haven't actually watched it. So at some point, Christopher Robin, absolutely adorable. I love this movie. Chronicle, Creed, and Creed 2. Is Creed 2 one of my favorite movies? Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just because I'm actually in the movie as a, an extra. That was such a cool experience. Count of Monte Cristo, absolutely one of my favorite movies. Cowboys and Aliens. It's okay. Cowboy Bebop the movie. I haven't finished watching the anime yet, and I'm waiting until I do so to watch this. But I love Cowboy Bebop. I just haven't committed the time to finishing off the season, or the series, I guess. There's only one season. We got the Dark Knight trilogy. So good. I didn't like Rises as much, but the first two are so good. Dawn of the Dead. Gianna's favorite childhood movie. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Really good movie. Daybreakers. I like Daybreakers. It's really interesting. It's like if vampires took over the majority of the population and the kind of troubles that would come with that, since there's not enough, fresh human blood to survive for the entire world. Really cool, interesting movie. I like it. Okay, I think I put these in D because they're technically multiple titles in one, but these are some DC Universe original double features. So we got Son of Batman and Batman Under the Red Hood. Batman Under the Red Hood is absolutely fantastic. And it's not just because Jensen Ackles is in it. Actually, this is going to go over here. I'm trying to organize these, but it's absolutely not going to work. And then we have Justice League Flashpoint Paradox and Justice League Crisis on, what is it, 2 Earths? Yeah, Flashpoint Paradox is fantastic. I hope they make the Flash movie, mirroring that, because that'd be really cool. And then Crisis on 2 Earths, I kind of remember, but not really. The only thing I really remember is them tricking evil Flash and evil Batman, or I guess he's Owlman, getting killed by a nuke in an alternate time zone, I guess. I don't remember. I remember liking it, though. Then we have Deadpool and Deadpool 2. Stop it, please. Then we have The Death and Return of Superman. It's kind of like a double feature, but it comes out to about 3 hours, I think. It's pretty good. I think Jerry O'Connell's voice as Superman takes a little getting used to, literally every time I watch it. And then I get used to it, and then I really like him as the character. But pretty good. I liked it a lot. Death Race. This movie's so much fun. I love Death Race. I feel like I'm just sinking in this chair. Deepwater Horizon. I actually haven't watched it. It's actually in my Xbox behind me. I plan on finishing that this weekend. Departed. Detective Pikachu. Die Hard. I haven't seen the whole movie, but much like Castaway, you know everything that happens in the movie pretty much, even if you haven't seen it. So, Disaster Artist. Doctor Sleep. Oops. Doctor Strange. I really like Doctor Strange. Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods, Resurrection X, or Resurrection F, and then we got the Broly movie. They're pretty good. I like them. Resurrection F's a little meh, but the other two are pretty good. Then Dunkirk. Edge of Tomorrow. Absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen it, it's so good. I love that movie. Enemy at the Gates. Ex Machina. Exodus, which I personally really like. I don't understand why I got so much hate, but I thought it was actually pretty good. And then we got the Expendables trilogy. Fantastic Beasts. And where to find them, I guess. Crimes of Grindelwald has a fantastic beginning, a fantastic end, and a pretty meh all the way through, except for those two sections. Fast and Furious 1. And then we got Fast and Furious, which is number 4. And then we've got Fast 5. And then what is it, Furious 6? No, Fast and Furious 6, my apologies. And then it's Furious 7. And that's where I think the franchise should have ended. Fearless. Fantastic movie. I love Jet Li in there. Fight Club. This movie alone got me through Intro to Lit in college on my second attempt. First Man. Haven't watched it yet. Looking forward to it. Fright Night. It says 3D, but I just watched the 2D version. I think it's a pretty underrated vampire movie. I love Colin Farrell. He's a cute little beefy boy in there. And Anton Yelchin is in there, and Christopher Mintz-Plasse. David Tennant is in there as well. It's really good if you haven't seen it. I definitely recommend it. And then I got Futurama Into the Wild Green Yonder. I thought for sure I had the other ones that made up, I guess, technically this season. But I guess I don't. But this one's really good. I like this one. Gamer. Absolutely a guilty pleasure movie for me. I love Gerard Butler, and I like that movie. Gangs of New York. I have Ghost in the Shell, the original, which is really good. Still really confusing for me at times. And the live action version with Scarlett Johansson. I don't understand why this one gets so much hate. I think it's a really good sci-fi movie. I really like it. The Gift is such an insanely good psychological thriller. If you haven't seen this movie, I definitely recommend you go out and get it. Or rent it, or Netflix it, or whatever you do. The Giver, I love the book. This adaptation was okay. It's got Taylor Swift in it, so I guess that's cool. Gladiator. I love this movie. I don't know what else to really say about it. If you haven't heard about what they were planning to do with the sequel, go read up on that. It's insane what they were going to do with this. He was going to go to hell or Hades and then be sent back to Earth as an immortal warrior. And then he has to kill Jesus, I think, who turns out to be his son. And then he goes all the way up to present day and fights through all of our wars. It's insane. It would totally bomb at the box office, I think. It's so crazy. But I would absolutely go and see that. I would pay to see that movie. And then we got Glass. We got Godzilla. The newer one, not King of Monsters or King of the Monsters, but just the first one they did with Bryan Cranston. Greatest Showman. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Halo Forward Unto Dawn, which I like. It's pretty cool. The guy who played Colossus in the original X-Men movies, he's Master Chief. And I think you also got one of the kids from Chronicles of Narnia in there. I really like that movie. Nightfall. I didn't like it as much as Forward Unto Dawn, but it's still pretty good. I like it. It's okay. Wait. Is it the dude that plays Luke Cage? Maybe. The 8 Harry Potter films. I haven't watched them on Blu ray yet. I've seen them all a million times. They're fantastic. I like them. Hangover 3. I personally think this is really good. It doesn't follow the formula that the second one completely ripped off from the first one, and it ties up a lot of loose ends. And I think this one's absolutely worth a watch. I think it's really good. Heat. I picked this up for like $5. I've heard it's really good. I just haven't watched it yet. If you haven't seen Heavyweights, first of all, if you have Disney Plus, it's on there. Secondly, fix that. It's Ben Stiller taking over a fat camp from his parents, and Kenan Thompson's in it, and it's hysterical. I love this movie. Hell or High Water. Haven't seen it yet. I heard really good things. I'll have to watch it at some point. Hero with Jet Li. It's okay. I like it. The martial arts in it is really cool. I like what they do with some of the cinematography, but it's like he tells a story and then he tells another story, and then the Emperor finds out that it's not truth, and then he has to tell another version. It's a little confusing, a little bit. Highlander. I love the steelbook for Highlander. It's so cool, and I love Highlander. I haven't seen any of the sequels. I know they get pretty bad, and there were rumors that we were gonna get a remake with Tom Cruise as Sean Connery's character. I hope we still get that. I think it'd be pretty cool. What we got next? Hitman. Not a great movie, but it's a movie I sort of like, and I remember being so heavily advertised on FX. Like, I feel like this movie and X2 were on constantly. And it's okay. I think Timothy Olyphant does a great job. I'm gonna need some water now. I'm getting a little parched. Got some high quality H2O. Hitman Agent 47, which is the newer reboot of the franchise. I like that movie. I think it's pretty good. It's not great, but it's entertaining. And then we have the 3 extended Hobbits. I haven't watched any of these yet, so I'm excited to do so because I love Lord of the Rings. The Hobbits are okay. It's such a high bar to try to meet, so. Homefront, Horns with Daniel Radcliffe. Pretty messed up movie, if I do say, but I really like it. I've watched it, yeah. Horrible Bosses, absolutely fantastic. I love it. I just realized that Kevin Spacey's in this movie, so I remember he was in Baby Driver clearly, but I completely forgot he was in here. And he's giving me some pretty menacing eyes, so I'm just gonna put this one over here. I'm missing a movie somewhere. I know I am. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it, guys. I have all 3 of the How to Train Your Dragon movies. These movies are incredible. I think they're better than anything Pixar's done, honestly. Like, the first one especially is timeless. It's incredible. And I really like How to Train Your Dragon 2, and I really like How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. If you haven't watched these yet, absolutely watch them. I actually haven't watched this one on 4K yet, so I'll put that to the side. And then the last H movie that I have is The Hurt Locker. I think I picked it up at, like, Giant the other day. Like, not the other day, like, weeks and weeks ago. And I love this movie, I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet on Blu-ray. I, Robot. I Am Number 4. I don't know exactly why I own this movie, but I do. So, there's that. Incredibles. It's incredible. Independence Day. The first one. I don't have the second one. I'm not gonna buy that one. Not at all. The Interview. Iron Giant, absolutely phenomenal animated film. It's so good. I think it's Vin Diesel's best work. Iron Man 3, it's the only one of the Iron Mans that I own because Disney doesn't know how to stop charging a bajillion dollars for their Blu-rays. Isle of Dogs. It, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. I still have to watch Chapter 2 on Blu-ray. But Chapter 1, pretty good. It Chapter 1 is super scary, I think. It Chapter 2, I don't know if it's because they're adults or because Bill Hader's in it, but I find that movie way more funny and interesting than the one where they're kids. It's still good, but I think I'm just more interested in the lore of it compared to what they give you in the first one, which is just more scary stuff. I feel like the second one delves more into the lore, which I like. Jigsaw, which is the 8th Saw movie. I love the Saw movies, not so much for the blood and gore, but for like how they connect and like the reveals at the end. I think those are always pretty good. Jigsaw, really good follow-up, and I'm really looking forward to what is it called, Spiral, the Chris Rock movie that's coming out with Samuel L. Jackson, which takes place in the Saw universe. I'm hoping it connects to all the other ones. I don't necessarily want to reboot, but an offshoot I'm completely fine with. Then we have the John Wick trilogy. So good. Some of my favorite action movies right there. Joker. I haven't watched it yet. I got it for my birthday. We just haven't sat down and watched it. Jojo Rabbit. Picked it up the other day. So good. Absolutely one of my favorite movies of last year. Jumper. Not great, but it's enjoyable, I think. Justice League. I mean, it says Zack Snyder directed it, but it was really Joss Whedon. But I want the Snyder cut. So please, please, please give me that. We're so close to getting it, I'm pretty sure. It seems like it. Justice League War. Pretty good animated movie. Pretty good. King Arthur. I really like this movie. I wish it would have done better. I thought it was pretty cool. Kingdom of Heaven. Kingsman, Secret Service, and The Golden Circle. Golden Circle's okay. The Secret Service is fantastic. Kong Skull Island. They haven't released a Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, right? Did I just dream that up? I'm pretty sure I dreamt that. Kubo and the Two Strings. Let's get this bad boy a little closer, you know? The Labyrinth. Absolutely fantastic movie. David Bowie, rest in peace. It's so good. And thank you to my friend Ron for ruining it for me, because until I watched it with him, I didn't notice David Bowie's bulge. But now I can't not see it. Last Night's, it's pretty okay. Last Samurai. I love this movie. It's so good. Foxy, no. I have to record in between her fits of barking because she's so nervous and protective. She barks at everything outside. Foxy, enough. Okay? Alright, so this is The Last Witch Hunter. It's a pretty good Vin Diesel movie. I like it. It's okay. I kind of wish they would make another one. I thought it was pretty entertaining, but it's been years. We're not getting another one. Then I've got Lego Batman. Can you even see them? Yeah, Lego Batman. Lego Movies 1 and 2. And then I've got Lego Ninjago. Ninjago, not bad. It's not bad. The movie, at least. I haven't watched. I'm not watching the show. Let's Be Cops is absolutely hysterical. Watch it if you haven't seen it. And then we got Logan. Lone Survivor. I watched this Friday morning, so like 2 days ago. I didn't expect to like cry at the end. It was emotional at the end. I was not expecting that. Really good, really intense. Like really intense. And then we got the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I still have to watch Return of the King. I was watching them with Amanda. I was gonna try to wait for her, but I'm at the point where I'm just gonna watch them because she doesn't really want to watch them, I guess. So whatever. I can't help it that she's uncultured. Mad Max, the newer one. I'm looking forward to a sequel. I love that movie. Oh, I actually haven't watched it on Blu-ray yet. I think my friend Dan, when he visited, he either brought it over and we watched it, or we watched it on Netflix or something. But it was really good. I really liked it. I just haven't finished it yet. Or I finished it. I just haven't watched it since I bought it. So, at some point. Maggie is a super underrated zombie movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Abigail Breslin, and it's really good. Minus a couple scenes. There's like a couple scenes where it looks really kind of like lower tier movie, but other than that, it's so good. I really liked it. Man of Steel. I've seen this movie 5 times in theaters. I love this movie. I don't care what anyone says. I love that movie. The Man of Tai Chi. Alright. So I picked this up on Black Friday. It's The Matrix on 4K. When I bought it, I thought it was the whole trilogy in 4K. I was mistaken. So, I own this Matrix, the first one, on 4K, but I also own the whole trilogy on Blu-ray. So, I've heard the second two you don't really need to see in 4K, but the first one's supposed to be really good. So, I've seen that. Let me throw this over here. So, picked up Mile 22 the other day. It's a pretty okay action movie with Mark Wahlberg and some fun action, and the character literally sang "Say hello to your mother for me" to Mark Wahlberg. So yeah. Mission Impossibles 1 through 5. I'm kind of bummed that I bought this packaging because I didn't know that they had the other one, which is actually like a Blu-ray case. This is just kind of like the plastic like stuff. So maybe if I can find that, if I can find the collection cheap enough in that case, I'll maybe pick it up. But for now, this is fine. I haven't seen Rogue Nation at all. I haven't seen the first two. I've seen 3. 3 is probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite Mission Impossible. It's so good. And Ghost Protocol I've seen, I just haven't watched the Blu-ray, so at some point I'll watch those. And then we got Mission Impossible Fallout. I'm so gassy. Need more water. Mission Impossible Fallout. Incredible movie. I love it. Moana. I own Moana, not Amanda, because I love the music, the animation's incredible, and the rock's really good. So when I was doing Hitman earlier, I was like, I know I have a few of the movies that I would call the FX movies, and I knew I had one way later on, and I knew I had one somewhere in here, and I completely forgot what it was. It's Mr. and Mrs. Smith. This movie's so good. It's just so entertaining. Brad Pitt in his prime. Ugh, so good. And then I have all the Naruto Shippuden movies. So this one's like the first 4 of them. And then this is Blood Prison. And then Road to Ninja, I think, is the first one I got. Naruto, the last Naruto movie. Really good. I like it. It's not like an action-heavy movie. It's more of like... I guess it's more of a character movie. If they didn't keep doing the same flashbacks over and over and over in that one, it would definitely be way better. But as of right now, it's pretty good. I like it. Nightcrawler. Not the movie I was expecting. Still really good. Oh my god, that's a good movie. Night Before. Absolutely hysterical. Office Space. I haven't watched Office Space in a while. And now that I kind of work this sort of job, I think I'm going to have to watch it again, so that's going in the must-watch pile. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, phenomenal. I love that movie. Another Brad Pitt goodie. And then The Outsiders, I saw this movie years ago in English class, and it was on sale for like $3 or something, so I'm like, yeah, let me buy that. There's so many actors in here. So many. So, we have to watch that at some point. Amanda really likes it. Pacific Rim. Patriot. Peanut Butter Falcon. Point Break. Absolutely fantastic. Some would say it's the movie that Fast and Furious ripped off. And you'd be right. Love Point Break. So good. The first 3 Pokemon movies, these 3 are really good. The 4th one's pretty good too. But after that, I just stopped watching them because they're not good, and I grew up a little bit. But these are legitimately good. I like these ones. You know which ones I don't like? The CG Netflix remake of the first one. That movie's trash. I did a review for that. Go watch it if you want. That movie's bad. And then Pokemon I Choose You. I think I did a review for this one. I personally really like how it's a retelling of Ash's adventures. And I don't mind the Pikachu talk because it's clearly, a hallucination. So people need to calm it down. The Prestige. My absolute favorite Christopher Nolan movie. It's so good. We watched it again the other day. And fun fact about this one. We got halfway through this movie and then Eric turned to me. This was his first time watching. And he goes, yeah, I thought this movie was about cops. It's not about cops. It's about magicians. Princess Bride, absolutely fantastic. And I love the Thomas Jane Punisher. I don't care what anyone says. I think that movie's great. I think that movie was also on FX a lot. Quantum of Solace. It's okay. I like it enough. Then we got Ready or Not. Ready Player One. Love this movie. So good. Revenant. Haven't watched it yet. I'll get to it. Rise of the Guardians. I think it's a really good, holiday film. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And I don't care what anyone says about this movie. I absolutely love R.I.P.D. I think it's super fun. Kevin Bacon is the bad guy. You can't go wrong there. Rocket Man, really good. Then we got Rush, followed closely by the Rush Hour trilogy. Oh boy, I have a lot of movies that start with the letter S. The Saw collection, I think it's 7 movies. Again, I love Saw. Okay. We got Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I really like the Blu-ray case compared to the DVD case, because the DVD case I'm pretty sure is like it's all red background, where this one's all blue and it kind of lets the sword stand out a little bit. I think this cover's way better. In fact, I think a lot of Blu-ray covers are infinitely better than the DVD covers, and I think that's on purpose because they want you to buy the Blu-rays because they get more monies. Haven't seen 7 yet. I will at some point. Shaun of the Dead. Really good zombie movie. I really like it. Then we got Shazam. I think I'm trying to... Whatever, I'm going to have to go through all this later. Sherlock Holmes 1 and 2. There is no 3. The third one's supposed to be coming, but who knows. But I really like these. These are pretty good. I haven't watched them on Blu-ray yet, so... Shining. Watched it the other day. Really good. I like it. Sicario and Sicario Day of the Soldado. Both of these are really good. The first one's incredible, and I really like the second one. Skyfall. Really good James Bond movie. I like that one a lot. And then I have Sleepy Hollow. I really like this movie. It's really good. It's definitely a Tim Burton movie. Definitely a Tim Burton movie. Then we got Snowpiercer. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Spaceballs. I love Spaceballs. It's funny. A lot of those movies, they can't be made today, but that movie's great. Then we got Spectre. Spider-Man Homecoming and Far From Home. I think I mentioned this in my Black Friday haul video. I thought this was the cover on the actual Blu-ray, but it's the slipcover, and the actual cover is just the standard generic cover, and I actually don't think this cover looks good, which is why it's the only slipcover I've actually kept, because I love Boss Logic's art. He's really talented. Then we got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I haven't watched this one yet on 4K. I'm so excited to actually sit down and watch it. We got Split. We have the Star Trek trilogy, the J.J. Abrams one, or I guess this one's not technically Abrams, but I think the first two are, right? Yeah. I like this one a good amount. This one's steelbook is so cool. I love this steelbook. I know it's a callback to like an older Star Trek thing, but I'm not a Trekkie, so I don't really know. But these movies I like. This movie's pretty good too. I like it. I think it's like, is it Anton Yelchin's like last film? But I love Into Darkness. I don't understand why a lot of people didn't like it. I think it's like almost perfect for me. I just love this movie. The Star Wars prequels. And then Rogue One, which I love Rogue One. It's so good. The original trilogy. And then I've got Force Awakens. We've got Last Jedi. And that's the Star Wars ones I have, because at the time of recording, Rise of Skywalker hasn't come out yet. I will pick that one up. I like the sequel trilogy. I think it's perfectly fine. I love Force Awakens. Last Jedi has a lot of faults, a lot of problems. But I really like Rise of Skywalker also. So, you know what? It's fine. I like them. I'm not one of those people that's going to be like, it's not canon. Disney ruins everything. Because they don't. And I mean, Clearly people didn't think that either because they, each grossed over $1 billion. So, and I think Rise of Skywalker's still in some theaters. It's crazy. And then we got Sunshine. I love Sunshine. It's absolutely one of my favorite space movies ever. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. Suicide Squad. I'm not saying anything more about this. I don't really care for that movie. It's got some good things going for it. It's a mess. Superman. It's just Superman Doomsday. This is the original animated Superman Doomsday movie. I have the Death and Return of Superman that you saw over there. Follows basically the same story. But I remember really liking that. I have to rewatch it at some point, though. I also bought Superman Red Sun the other day, and I think it's pretty good. I did a review for it. It's up on the channel. Definitely go check it out. Swiss Army Man. Phenomenal movie if you haven't seen it. Absolutely check it out if you can. So we're in the home stretch now for the movies that I have, and then I'll go and get my TV seasons that I have on Blu-ray, and I'll just go over them real quick. That'll probably go a lot quicker. It'll definitely go a lot quicker. I have so many movies. I've wasted so much money. Tag, absolutely hysterical if you haven't seen it. You should definitely watch it. It's super dark though, just warning you. But it's about a bunch of dudes that have been playing tag for like 20, 25 years. It's so good. Based on a true story. Teen Titans Go to the Movies. Whenever I think about it, I never want to watch it. But then when I do watch it, I love the movie. It's so self-referential to all sorts of like comic book things. DC in particular, I think it's hysterical. But yeah, it's good. It's really good if you understand a lot of the references. But you also have Michael Bolton as a singing tiger who gets hit by a golf cart, and then Cyborg and all of them run away because they think his dad's a cop. It's so weird, but it's good. I like it. Terminator. On 4K, Judgment Day 2, Terminator 2. I've never seen this movie, but again, I feel like I have because I know almost everything about it, and I heard the 4K is not that great of a render, but luckily the regular Blu-ray's in here, so I'll give that a shot at some point. I haven't seen the movie. Terminator 3. This one was also an FX movie. It's so weird. Did you guys know that FX has the movies? Terminator Salvation, because sometimes you just want to watch Christian Bale shoot some robots in the future. I rewatched it recently. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. This is the end. Then I've got Thor Dark World and Thor Ragnarok. Tomb Raider. I really like this movie. I'm glad it's getting a sequel. The Town. I haven't seen the director's cut, or the extended cut, so I gotta watch that at some point. Transformers Dark of the Moon. I think this is maybe the best Transformers. I legitimately love this movie. What I don't love, though, is I bought it thinking it was a steelbook, but it's not an actual steelbook. It's like the garbage knockoff like tin version, and you can tell because it doesn't have like the right spine, and that really bums me out because it look at that, you have to like force it open. If I can find either the regular Blu-ray case or just a better steelbook, I'm gonna buy that and just get rid of this because I can't stand this steelbook because it's not a real steelbook. They screwed me, Walmart. It's a Walmart steelbook. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure it's a terrible Walmart garbage steelbook. Then we've got, before I show you it, I have Age of Extinction. And my mom got it for me for Christmas one year because she was like, Ray, I want to buy you a movie because you like movies. And I was like, I don't really need any movies. Like, I have all the ones I wanted from the year. But this steelbook alone, I'll bring it up real close for you. It is awesome looking. Like, that is a dope shot. It's a terrible movie, but it's a great looking steelbook. And then I actually watched this the other day. Was it the last night? I like this movie. I don't know why. It's bloated and there's dumb jokes and it's got so much stuff that's just unnecessary. But I think it's actually good. I think it's a good movie. It's definitely better than that one. But it kind of retcons some things, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't know if it's trying to explain why Megatron's evil and why the Decepticons rose to power because he was corrupted by the space lady that corrupts Optimus in this one. Except, yeah, I think it kind of retcons some things. But I really like this movie. I would love a sequel if we could get this. Or a sequel to this movie. Like, I'll take another one. But the funny thing is, the reason I picked this up was because, one, it was pretty cheap. And two, there was a picture of Mark Wahlberg on the back, and he has long-ish hair. Like, he has longer hair than he does in some other movies. And I was like, man, Mark Wahlberg, I'll watch you in a movie, man. I love Mark Wahlberg. Also, the Steelbook looks really cool. Trick or Treat, really good Halloween movie. I really like it. Tron, is it Legacy? Yeah, Tron Legacy. I love this movie. I wish we would get a sequel, Disney. Like, quit screwing around. Give me a sequel to this, because this movie was so good. The score, everything. It was awesome. And then Troy, really good. Unbreakable. I saw it this past year. Phenomenal. The end I don't really like. Like, not the ending of what it actually is, just how they kind of phrase it, where they do freeze frames and then they do like paragraphs to explain what happens next. I don't need that. Just have him walk off. That would have been way better. The Unusual Suspects. Pretty good movie. Also has Kevin Spacey in it. Then we got War. Then we got War for the Planet of the Apes. Phenomenal movie. I love it. Watchmen, the director's cut. I used to have the ultimate cut, but I didn't like all of the animated stuff that was put in the movie. I think it kind of like took me out of it. But this cut is fantastic. I love this movie. Wedding Crashers. Absolutely hysterical. Whiplash. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Came out forever ago. It's definitely more than 25 years at this point. Still holds up. Still an incredible movie. Winter's Tale. It's bad. It's not great. I own it because Colin Farrell's in it and Will Smith has a cameo. And I love the concept of it. But it doesn't come together as a movie. But I still own it. Wolverine. It's okay. Wonder Woman. Really good. I like Wonder Woman. The World's End. Oh, wait. Yeah, The World's End. I get this confused with This Is the End all the time. Ah! Just put that there. World War Z. I would love a sequel, because I love Brad Pitt, and I think this movie's actually pretty good. Then we got X-Men. And then we got the FX movie I was thinking about. We got X2, X-Men United. Then we got Last Stand. That movie's not good. That movie's not all that great. Then we got Wolverine Origins. Again, not good. Not a good movie. The intro is fantastic to that movie, but everything else is pretty meh. Then we got First Class. I love this movie. And then we got X-Men Days of Future Past. This one's the road cut. I would assume the regular cut's on here as well. Yeah, theatrical cut as well. I don't know if I've seen the road cut. I assume I have. I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, because I definitely remember seeing the extra scenes that they took out. It's my favorite X-Men movie, I think. I don't think I'm missing anything, but then we got Apocalypse. Alright, now that she's done barking like an animal, I'm definitely going to have to refluff this at some point. I'm sagging to the floor. Alright, let's finish off the movies, and then I got the TV seasons over here. So, we'll do that after. Then we got X-Men Dark Phoenix. It's okay. It clearly had a lot of problems, but, you know, it's alright, I guess. Yesterday, Zombieland. I like Zombieland. Zombieland's good. And then we got Zoolander, the blue steel book. It's so pretty. I love Zoolander. Zoolander's one of like my favorite comedies of all time. I love Zoolander. And then I put the number movies after the alphabetical. I know some people put them before. I don't know. I'm doing my own organization here. Okay. So we got the movie 9. And then we got 10 Things I Hate About You. And then we got 300 and 300 Rise of an Empire. I'm going to tally them up at some point and then either Either I'm going to keep it in the video or I'm just going to put the number up here. So if the number's not up here, I'm going to come back afterwards. So the first TV seasons that we have, got Arrow Season 1, Arrow Season 2, Season 3, Season 4. I don't have Season 5. I'll get it at some point. I think I watched it on like Netflix or something. But then I've also got Season 6. Yep. Season 7. And Season 8, I think, literally just finished. So when that comes out on Blu-ray, maybe I'll pick that up. Then we've got Avatar, the complete series. Kind of wish I would have waited till they did those sweet collectible steelbooks, but you know what? This is perfectly fine. I got all of them out here. Avatar's fantastic. Then we got Band of Brothers, which is a phenomenal miniseries. If you haven't seen it, absolutely watch it. It's so good. A lot of actors in there. A lot of actors. Then we got Batman Beyond, the complete series. I haven't watched this yet. So I need to put this over here. I've got Season 1 of The Flash. I've got Season 2 of The Flash. I like the steelbook. I've got Season 3 of The Flash. I love this steelbook. I've got Season 4. And I got Season 5. And I think 6 is the one that's on TV right now. Then we've got Seasons 1 to 5 of Game of Thrones. I just haven't picked up the other seasons. I'll probably pick them up at some point. I love Game of Thrones. I love The Flash. I love The Arrow. I love all the TV shows that I have. Krypton, Seasons 1 and 2. Unfortunately, this is all we're getting of Krypton, I think. Which is a shame, because Krypton Season 2 ends on such a crazy cliffhanger. If you know anything about the DC universe. It introduces Lobo, and an agreement with him. We've got more Brainiac in there, and he stole Jor-El, and then we've got Darkseid coming with parademons, and I really wish they would continue it, but I don't think we're getting another season. Cowboy Bebop, the complete series. Again, have to finish watching it. Then we've got all 4 seasons of Legend of Korra. I like Legend of Korra. I think it's a pretty good follow-up to Avatar. I feel like it's a lot like Lord of the Rings, where the bar's set so high that it's really hard to get back up there. But I think the animation here is really good. It's really well animated. Then I've got the Steelbook for the Pacific. I couldn't find just like the regular Blu-ray case. I kind of would have preferred that, but I really like the steel case of it. This is a dope case. Let's see what else we got. I've got seasons 10 to 13 of Red vs. Blue on Blu-ray. I love Red vs. Blue. I have not kept up past season 13. I think I have the other seasons on DVD. I'll probably upgrade them at some point to Blu-ray, but yeah, I like Red vs. Blue. I again haven't kept up with it. I should probably try to. Seasons 1 to 3 of Rick and Morty, because of course. Seasons 1 to 3 of Ruby. I kind of fell off after this season, I think, or maybe it was like season 4. And season 1, like I love that they tried to do the animation like this, but it's hard to go back. After seeing some of the newer stuff that they've done, it's hard to go back to the first season. It's very basic. It's still good, but it's just hard to go back visually. I have seasons 13 and 14 of Supernatural on Blu-ray because I think I own the other seasons on DVD. I will probably be picking them up on Blu-ray at some point, but I haven't actually seen these. Have I seen this season? No, I haven't seen these seasons. I think I might be on season 12, I think. So I need to get that first. Oops. I have seasons 1, 5, 6, 8, and 9 of Walking Dead. I really like Walking Dead. I have not kept up with the show. That's why I haven't seen 8 or 9, because I also haven't seen 7. So I'm waiting to get the 7th season on Blu-ray, and then I can watch these ones. So while I was editing this, Amanda actually came upstairs and gave me my Walking Dead Season 7 Blu-ray that I ordered, which came in the mail. So that's pretty cool. I can start watching that now and get all caught up. So I just got to get that first. And then the last of the Blu-rays that I have, I've got Yu Yu Hakusho Seasons 3 and 4 on Blu-ray. I have to get Seasons 1 and 2. I have them on DVD, I think. And I have Season 1, Xbox gave it away a while ago. I just have to get that. But those are all the Blu-rays that I own. It's a lot. How long is the video so far? Like an hour and 14 minutes? Oh my god, this is gonna take forever to edit. Who knows when this is coming out? Maybe next weekend. But I'm gonna take probably like 15 minutes or so right now, and I'm gonna tally up how many I have, and I'll come back and let you know. So I realized when I started editing this, I actually didn't do a final tally or an outro for the video. So I added up all my Blu-rays, and I'm currently sitting on 321 movies. That's a lot of movies. And as far as TV seasons go, I have 47 box sets of Blu-rays that total about 53 seasons of TV. Yeah, that's a lot of Blu-rays that I have. And those are all my Blu-rays. So thank you guys if you've made it this far into the video for sticking around. It means a great deal you continue to watch the videos that I do put out. Definitely go down and subscribe so you can stay updated with all the videos that I do put out. Give the video a like, share with a movie-loving friend, and let me know what some of your favorites in my collection are, or some of your favorites from your collection are. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.